Hey y'all, what's up? It's Alchemy. Happy New Year's. It's officially New Year's, y'all. This is the Spring Equinox. We are going into the spring season and I am so excited. So I wanted to say that. I wanted to talk about the equinox real quick. I don't want to make it long because I tried to do this earlier and I was like, I'm so long winded. And I can't help it, y'all. Damn, I'm a Bishop Virgo. Okay. But I did want to talk about the equinox in a different kind of way because that's just how my mind works. But the word equinox is such a strong and powerful word, right? It's equal, which is even, and nox, which is a measurement of the night or the darkness, right? So we're literally measuring the darkness when it comes to the equinox. And there are only 2 days out of the year where we have the equal day and the night. So I think that that's fascinating because out of 360 some odd days, right, you're only going to get two that are equal. Two fair days. Two. That's it. That's all you get is two. And I think it's just so funny to live in a duality, like a day and night kind of duality, and to just know that there are only 2 days out of the year where things are like totally equal and even, which means that we're going to have to deal with the ups and the downs of like a lot of time to shine your light, a lot of time to generate, and we're going to also have to deal with that time where things are dark and you may not be able to see, or you may feel sad because you're in the darkness. We're going to have to deal with both sides of the polarities. There are times when it's cool to just be in the shade. You may not always want to be on stage generating, right? But then there are times where you may want to really be generating, and it causes for time for the night to just we're shutting it down, close. Ain't nothing going on right now, and you just have to deal with that, the disappointment that it can carry because you really are excited to feel good and do what you want to do. But thus is life, and the equinox has so many kind of like little undertone messages with it. I also think it's interesting too because we're measuring the night, right? We're not measuring the sunlight, we're measuring the night. Because we're talking about the day and the night, and where the equinox measures the night, how much nighttime we got. And that lets me know too that what's opposite, because we're measuring the time, right? And we're going through time. So we're measuring the time, and the time is experiencing the darkness, which lets us know that as we are the observer, we must be the light. Or in some way, like we're holding and we are possessing the processor to express the light, experience the light, whatever you want to call it, right? You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go with the conversation. I'm gonna go with the conversation. Let's talk about the light, right? The sun, that would be the daylight, right? The sun basically is a word that is inspired by the word shine, okay? And Jesus was the light of the world, right? Jesus is also the Son of God. And when we think about the word sun, there's sun too, okay? And God said that he would also leave a rainbow as a covenant, right, to humanity. And the sun, the SON, right? That's not the SON, sorry, the SUN. The sun is actually a common, it's a white light, which is why we see rainbows after it rains, right? It looks yellow, but it's actually white. So we're seeing rainbows as the after dark, a dark storm, right? The light will shine, and then you'll see a rainbow as a covenant. Now, also, interestingly enough, have our chakra systems, which are rainbows. So we have the same internal rainbow within ourselves, right? To generate, just like a sun does. The sun is a generator. It gives life, it creates, it grows shit, right? Just like we do. We generate, we create life, and we grow shit, right? Whether we're growing little people or we're growing our ideas and projects, or we're growing just within and cultivating, certain characteristics within ourselves, right? We are growing and cultivating, and we are authentically expressing our natures, right? We are radiating. The sun is a radiator too, right? And we're radiating our own energy. Like you can feel somebody's energy when you go around them. You know what I'm saying? Like we are just as powerful and just like that of the sun, as we have and exhibit that same or similar light. I should say, right? We live in a simulation, so we got similar shit to the sun. But let's go deep. Let's even talk about the simulation, right? Let's talk about the sim shit, okay? Now let's say we are the light, right? Let's just say that. Let's say we are the light. That's how my brain works, y'all. But let's say we are the light, right? Then it would make sense that so much time is spent vying for our attention, right? Because whatever we're shining our light on is generating more of. So the more they can shine light on political stories, the more we can generate political discord. The more they can shine light on like these sensational racial stories, the more we can generate, division based off racism. Like, whose side are you on? So it's like that kind of shit. That's why so much time is spent on like showing you shit for you to look at and watch and be entertained by. The fifth house, which is the sun house, right, is actually the house of entertainment. It's what you're entertaining, basically. It's what you get your eyes on, what you watch, and what you putting your focus and your attention on. And this is why it's so important that you as a generator are generating what they want you to generate, because they can siphon your source. They can siphon your fucking battery, just like they were doing in the damn Matrix. That's the connection, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the sim. Like, you're a generating. You're totally. We're collectively generating the world, right? So like what we're doing now, what we plant seeds now in this new year. Shout out, Happy New Year's, right? So the seeds that we're planting now will be the trees and bushes and you know barrels of wheat and shit that we get to that we get to harvest later on, right? And we're going to be harvesting the seeds that we're putting in, right? So if you want to put in seeds for your dreams and put in seeds for your passions and the things that your spirit is calling you to, you're going to be able to see that. But if you have to put in like seeds and passions for like bullshit that these folks want you to do, that's what you're going to see more of, right? And it's so subtle. It's so subtle, right? How the shit that you generate can totally be progressive and just all of a sudden cause you changes. That shit is like really, really, really fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not only important to be aware of your superpower and your, ability to generate, but also know that as a result of whatever you're generating, it's going to affect the generations, and that's a bigger lesson of the sun. I won't go into that too much. I'll go ahead and get back into the equinoxes, right? Like, but that's the point, right? We are the light, we are the sunlight. So when we can have these experiences of like equal day and night, when we realize that we're equal with the darkness, basically, right? Just saying that your ability to you can shine just as much as this world motherfucking damn your light out. Just as much as these folks want to tell you that you can't, stop, don't, no, no access, denied, just as much as they want to tell you that, you also can have that same power to shine, to express, to cultivate, to rejuvenate, right? And that's something beautiful, right? That if you're not careful and you listen to the world enough, they'll tell you and just like smoke your lights out, and then before you know it, you still generating shit, but you just generating their batteries. You giving their kids college funds and shit because you never took the time to go after your dreams and passions that could have made you more successful. It could have made you, or you could have passed some of these gifts to your children and then see them become more successful, right? But you were so busy like worried about generating for them that now, they kids going on vacation because of the work that you spent doing what they needed you to do. You know what I mean? And it's like that. Yeah. But there are times when we're reminded that we are equals, and it's the time, and it's so beautiful that it's when we first start. We're starting off the race of the new year on an even level. You come into this world, yes, it's darkness, yes, it's shit that's unknown, yes, it's shit that's gonna make you sad when you hear about what happened in the world. Yes, there are times when like the world will be cold to you. Yes, there are times when you're not going to be able to feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, and you just gonna have to bundle up with the warmth you got from within, okay? And make it work, bitch. Make do. There are times where it's gonna be like that, and then there are gonna be other times where you just get to shine. I mean, and these motherfuckers, you gonna shine so much they gonna be sick of your ass. Like, bitch, I'm tired of seeing her, man. Ain't going nowhere. There are gonna be times like that. So because we have the summer and the spring where shit is hot, and what you're doing and what you're cultivating is really, generating a lot of things to see. And then there are going to be times when, you know, um, you may not have access like that. So we've all got to deal with those particular energies, right? But when we can get a moment to catch some equal shit, some fair shit, right? To just go into a situation knowing that my ability to shine, right? My ability to cultivate in this dark ass world It's just as much as dark as World's ability is to be tough on me and to be challenging on me and to help me realize my own personal power, because if it was easy, you know what I'm saying? Like if it was you gotta think about a motherfucking seed that you put in the ground, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if the soil is too loose, the roots ain't gonna be able to stay no way. So it can't be too easy for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a little bit of like, you know, resistance to kind of hold shit in. I mean, I don't know. Look, I didn't make the rules to this goddamn earth, okay? I just came here like you, figuring shit out like you, okay? But yes, there's darkness that we have to deal with, and I think it's good too for the ego. Like sometimes it's just good to remind ourselves, like there are nights that's going to be dark. We all had to deal with winter, bitch. I did too. I didn't like it. I don't per se like going to the mailbox and having to make sure you bundled up and shit, to just run out there real quick. It's easier in flip flops, right? And just whatever you got on, but you have to prepare when you're going outside in this winter time. And that's just, nobody's absolved of that. We all have to deal with that. So it's something very interesting when you can tell your ego, like, regardless, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can get through the darkness. I'm still the light, bitch. I still got motherfuckers like fighting and trying to, vie for my attention, vie for my, for me to be entertained and generate and, participate and add to their vibrations. You know what I'm saying? I'm still that light, right? And that's ideal. But, trying to shine your light in a room full of darkness, how much can you admit? You know what I'm saying? So we have to, I guess acknowledge that it's something that we have to deal with as humans. But all that being said, those are just like a few other subtle messages that I can get from the equinox and this new year. So as we go out into the new year, I hope that everybody's doing good, feeling good, and believing in themselves and staying confident, staying motivated, and laughing through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I'm laughing through a lot of this shit, baby, because the way that they want folks to be stressed out. No, ma'am. Because that'll take you out of here too. The stressfulness of situations. But I am. That's all I got. I think I'm out. I think I'm out on that one, y'all. So happy equinox. I hope everybody does well with all these vibrations, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.